Time now for Media Watch. We look at what's been making news in the Chinese media. Can cell phone masts damage your health? That's the worrying question faced by many of those who live near telecom repeater masts. Now, residents of a northwestern Chinese city are blaming electromagnetic radiation, or EMR, from a telecoms communication base station close to their homes for deteriorating health. The China Youth Daily reports that worsening eyesight, sore necks, insomnia and hair loss have recently become a hot topic among nearly 100 residents of Pingliang City in Gansu province. Locals say the closer they live to the station, the worse the effects. However, China's Ministry of Environmental Protection claims that within a safe range, EMR poses no harm to people's health. China's official radiation limit is 40 microwatts. Now, Chinese photographer Lu Guang has won the 2009 W. Eugene Smith Grant in Humanistic Photography for a 4-year photo project on the effects of pollution in China. Guang is the first mainland photographer to receive the award. He says he will use the $30,000 grant to expand his travels in hopes of shocking authorities about the effect of industrial pollution. The grant was announced at a ceremony recently at the Asia Society in New York City, which also marked the 30th anniversary of the creation of the grant by friends of Smith, a crusading photojournalist who died in 1978. Hong Kong can be both heaven and hell, depending on whom you ask. That's according to China News, which said the city and its hinterland are a playground for wealthy tourists and the families of the rich and influential, while also providing abysmal living conditions for the poor and disadvantaged, refugees, immigrants and migrant workers. As proof of this yawning wealth gap, the paper cites the latest report from the UN Development Programme, which says Hong Kong tops the table of places with a wide gap between rich and poor residents. China News points out that while luxury shops are a common sight and the property market is one of the priciest in the world, on the other side of the tracks are the so-called cage people, residents who live in tiny zoo-like dwellings, many of whom end up begging on the streets. Animal protection authorities in the province of Qinghai have destroyed over 2,200 confiscated Tibetan antelope hides. Xinhua News says the public destruction of the valuable skins is to deter illegal hunters. The authorities began to clamp down on armed poachers in the region around 10 years ago as numbers of the rare species declined drastically. Tibetan antelopes are targeted by poachers for their extremely fine wool known as shatouche, a Persian word meaning king of wool. From the late 1980s, shatouche shawls became high-fashion items among wealthy women in Europe and the United States. The fad fueled a black market in the skins and led to a disastrous slump in the population of Tibetan antelopes, down from around 200,000 to just 20,000 by 1997. The Global Times has the story of a karaoke bar, or KTV as they're known here in China, in Zhejiang province that went a step too far in its patriotic fervour over China's recent 60th anniversary. Owners used an image of former Chinese leader Chairman Mao Zedong to advertise the entertainment centre. The poster shows Mao in uniform singing with a microphone. Patriotic songs like My Motherland and China I Love You are also listed on the poster. The Taizhou City Singing Bar claimed the poster was simply to celebrate National Day. However, Chinese law forbids the use of images of former leaders in connection with any form of advertising. So the authorities have told the patriotic owners that the singing Mao Zedong must go. And finally, if you've never seen a solar halo before, take a look at this. China News has some spectacular images of the optical phenomenon produced by ice crystals in the air that create coloured arcs and other illusions in the sky. Now, the solar halo appeared above Changbai Mountain in Jilin province in northern China, just on the border with North Korea, earlier this week. The rare moment was captured by a local photographer who happened to be climbing the famous mountain that day. And he didn't have much time either. The entire show lasted less than 20 minutes. According to records, the last time a solar halo appeared above Changbai Mountain was more than a century ago, back in 1908. So you may have to wait a while for the next one. And that's today's Media Watch. In fact, that's all from us here at BON News.